So if you're a creator who tackles important real-world issues, you've probably worried about this. How do you cover drug-related topics without getting instantly demonetized? It's a really tricky landscape for sure, but today we're going to give you the map to get through it. We've all been there, right? You pour hours into researching, scripting, and editing a really powerful piece of content, only to upload it and see that dreaded yellow warning icon pop up. It is so frustrating, and it can totally feel like you're being punished for just talking about a serious subject. Well, today we're going to demystify all those rules. Okay, let's dive right in. First up is the goal for every single creator out there. The green light. We're talking full monetization, the biggest possible audience, full ad support, the whole shebang. This is the zone you're in when your goal is to inform, to educate, or to tell a really compelling story. You know, it all boils down to one core idea: your intent. The platform systems, the reviewers, they're all trying to figure out why you're showing this topic. I mean, it makes sense. Advertisers want to know their brand is showing up next to safe content. So, is your goal to educate? Is it to report the news? Or is it to glorify or promote? That intent, that's everything. So what does that actually look like? Well, just think about it in terms of different types of videos. Educational stuff on the science behind it, documentaries about trafficking, news reports on drug busts, those are all generally safe bets. And personal stories of recovery, man, those are powerful and totally ad-friendly. Heck, even music videos can get the green light, as long as any depiction is super brief and it's not the main point of the video. It's really all about your context and your purpose. This all seems pretty straightforward, doesn't it? Just report, educate, inform. Simple. But there's a really subtle line, and if you cross it, it can push your content right out of that safe green zone and into a much, much riskier gray area. So, what exactly is that line? And boom, this slide just nails the difference perfectly. See, over on the left, you've got a news report. That's ad-friendly because the focus is on journalism. But on the right, you have a dramatized scene that's focused on characters getting high. That shifts the intent away from reporting and more towards entertainment. It's a small change, but it's an absolutely critical distinction. And that leads us right into the yellow light, the gray area. This is where you might see limited ads, or maybe even no ads at all. It's for content where drug use is shown in a non-educational way, even if you aren't actively encouraging it. So what kind of stuff lands you here? Think scripted short films that show drug injection, or music videos where drug use is a huge central theme. It's that shift we just talked about, from education over to entertainment. And you gotta be careful. Even educational content can get flagged if it's way too graphic, like if you're showing violent hostage situations connected to the drug trade. Here's the bottom line for this section. If the act of drug use becomes the main visual spectacle of your video, you are in the yellow zone. You might not be saying drugs are great, but if your camera is just lingering on the act for dramatic effect or for entertainment, you should probably expect limited monetization. And finally, we get to the category you absolutely 100% want to avoid: the red light. This is content that will get no ad revenue at all. These are the hard lines that, if you cross them, will result in total demonetization. You want to guarantee zero ad revenue? It's actually pretty simple. Step 1, make a how-to guide for making or growing illegal drugs. Step 2, review illegal drugs like you're a tech vlogger unboxing the latest phone. And Step 3, tell people where they can buy them, or even worse, link directly to a seller. You do any of those and yeah, your video's toast. And the red flags don't stop there. Oh no. Filming a dispensary tour that's all about promoting what to buy? That's a no-go. Directly telling your viewers to try drugs is, well, an obvious one. And it should probably go without saying, but trying to recruit people for a drug trafficking organization or praising its leaders, that will get you demonetized instantly. The platform is crystal clear on this stuff. The rule honestly couldn't be any simpler, and this slide just lays it right out. If your content encourages the real-world buying, making, selling, or using of illegal drugs in any way, shape, or form, you've crossed the line. Promotion, instruction, or facilitation means no ads, period. Okay, we have covered a lot of ground here. We've looked at the green, the yellow, and the red. So now let's just distill all of this down into a simple, actionable rule book that you can use every single time you create. First things first, let's just get our terms straight so we're all on the same page. When the platform guidelines talk about recreational drugs, they mean two things: illegal substances used to get high and regulated drugs that are being used illegally. Simple as that. And that other key term, DTOs, that stands for drug trafficking organizations. These are just the big, large-scale criminal groups that are making and distributing illegal drugs. And like we said, reporting on them is totally fine. Praising them or recruiting for them is not. All right, look, if you remember one single thing from this entire explainer, make it this slide. This is your new mantra. Before you hit publish, just ask yourself these questions. Am I educating or reporting? You're probably good to go. Am I showing drug use as entertainment? Prepare for that yellow light. Am I encouraging or promoting it? That is a definite red light. No ads. So there you have it. That's the playbook for navigating one of the most complex topics in content creation. You know, these issues are important to talk about, and a fear of demonetization shouldn't stop you from doing it. The key is just to be intentional, be informed, and really focus on adding value through education and great storytelling. So the only question left is, what important story are you going to tell now?